Hello, what's up? Long time no see. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a catch-up or like a life lately video, but for right now I just wanted to make something lighthearted, and also because I'm getting ready to declutter some of my makeup, so I thought, why not show you what I am decluttering and what I am keeping. A lot of these things I like, I'm just not using them, and I don't want them to go to waste, so I'm gonna give them to my sister, and if she doesn't use them, hopefully she can find someone to give them to. Anyway, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and if you are new, hi, what's up? I hope you enjoy this video and that you consider subscribing and also following me over on Instagram. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start by, first of all, putting everything that I'm decluttering in this beautiful Merit bag. I have another one of these, so I want to give this one to my sister just because it makes a perfect and beautiful makeup bag. Let me show you what it looks like. And then you put all of your makeup, and that's it. It's in this beautiful velvety mustard color. This is one of my favorite colors, if not like my favorite color. I'm a pink girl at heart, but this mustard color. I'm going to declutter these in the order that I apply my makeup, and I like to start with foundation first. This, if you follow my channel, then you know that I absolutely love this foundation. It's a little too dark for me. I have the shade 245 Warm Beige. When I'm out, I'm gonna go like 2 shades lighter because it's quite dark, but I still use it nonetheless. This looks very crusty. I'm sorry, this is just how the brush made it look over time. I'm almost done with it. I've clearly hit pan, but highly recommend this one. So I'm gonna keep this one, not giving it away. Let's see what else. This I got, I don't know how long ago, and I've recently just started wearing it again. It's like a mini tube of what the actual foundation size is, so I'm gonna keep this one for now. This I love. I'm almost out. I'm trying to use this up before summer starts. It feels pretty empty, but keeping this one. A lot of the things that they have in common is that they have SPF. So this one has SPF 28, this one has 50, and the one from Rare Beauty has 20. This Merit stick is one of my go-tos whenever I don't really want to get my fingers dirty or just literally need to go out the door and I have no time to think about applying a liquid foundation. This is what I go to for those mornings when I'm running late for work and I just don't have time to get ready. This is what I use, so I'm going to keep this one. This Charlotte Tilbury, I don't even know what it's called, Flawless Filter. I'm testing it out. I bought this one first and then e.l.f. came out with their counterpart and I like both of them. I just don't use them enough. Just because they don't have a lot of coverage and I get enough glow or dew from my sunscreen, so I feel like, I don't know, I don't need these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this one out just because it's smaller and I don't feel too bad keeping it. But the e.l.f. one, I did enjoy it, but I just think that my sister would get more use out of it. We both love e.l.f. and I think she'll like this more. Now, if you know me, you know that I prefer to buy cruelty-free makeup from brands. These I got from Anthony. He used to get a credit at Saks, or I can't remember if it was Neiman Marcus or Saks back when we lived in Maryland. I think once I use these up, I won't purchase them again. It was just like a one-time thing, just because I really want to stick to cruelty-free brands. So I'm going to keep these. This Haus Labs foundation is probably my holy grail. I definitely love this one, so I'm not going to be decluttering it. If you want to see videos on some of these, I do have a video on this foundation, so just look through my videos, and then a lot of the time I put the item picture or the product picture in the thumbnail, but I love this foundation, so I'm keeping that. Lastly, I have this Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow foundation. This I love. However, even though I have oily skin, this is a little too mattifying on my skin. So I don't know. Hopefully my sister can make it work. I think it would work if you use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Wand underneath and then this on top. But for right now, it's just pointless for me to keep it if I'm not going to use it, because then it's just going to go bad. I'm going to get rid of this one and this one. So I guess I'm not getting rid of too much, but These two, I really do use all of my foundations, but these two I've noticed that I use the least, so these two are going to my sister's home, or whoever she donates them to if she doesn't like them. Next on the docket are concealers, and because I don't have that many, I did put my powders in here, but we can go through this at the same time. I have tried probably every concealer known to man just because I was on the hunt for the perfect one. So that is the one thing that I know most is concealers. I am a concealer connoisseur, but this one, I tried it today, so it does not give me as much coverage as I would like on one swipe. I can layer it, but at that point, I just don't want to wear that much makeup. My sister, she's a very natural girly, so I think she would like this because it's like an everyday concealer, so I'm going to get rid of this one. The internet went crazy and wild over this concealer. However, I don't get the hype. Everybody said that it had a lot of coverage, that it didn't crease, that it was practically a holy grail product. However, it is not. It does not provide, I would say, light to medium coverage, if that, more on the light. And as far as creasing goes, it creases on me. So this Tower 28 was a huge fail for me. Hopefully it works for my sister because she does have different skin type than I do. But if it doesn't, then I hope she can give it to someone who will find good use out of it. I've used it, a decent amount, and I just cannot make it work. So for that reason, it is not staying in my concealer drawer. Here is a concealer that I absolutely adore, love, will always have. This right here is what concealer dreams are made of. Matte but luminous concealer dreams. So this one I bought again back in Maryland when I was still searching for the best concealers, and I came across this one. At first I didn't like it because I had bought the wrong shade, but once I got my right shade, never turned back. I mean, I ran and just never looked back. This is beautiful. It's a little bit more mattifying, but it does have a little bit of a luminosity to where it doesn't make your eyes look like flat and crepey. So this one I am definitely going to be keeping. And just to show you a couple of the swatches, I have the one in Coconut Flakes, but I want to show you what it looks like. Not too dark, not too light. Has a little bit of a yellow undertone, but for me that works. I know right now the contrast is like immense, but it's because it has that much coverage. I only need one swipe and that's it. I mean, this is that girl if you're going to be out all night and you need your makeup to last and the coverage to be covering. After years and years and lots of trial and error, I finally found the holy grails of concealers. These, I don't know which one's my favorite, but I think I lean more towards the Natasha Denona, only for the simple fact that I got the wrong shade in the House Labs. In the House Labs I have 13 light neutral, and in the Natasha Denona I have N3. This is my perfect shade match, whereas this one is a little bit too dark. I need to go down one shade, so I need to get 11, but I'll get that once I use this up. So these two are, I don't know, I don't even know how to explain it. This one, first of all, has a lot of coverage, but it's still creamy. And this is the Natasha Denona. They look pretty similar in the shades, but in person, the Natasha Denona has a little bit more of a pinky hue, which is good if you're neutralizing, whereas this one is a little bit more grayish. Again, in person you can see the difference, but in camera you really can't. This one I do not need to powder with either one of these, and I've never ever have been able to do that with any other concealer. So I can wear this with and without powder. This one is a little bit more luminous and thinner in consistency. This one's a little bit like a slightly bit more creamy, but it's not anything that's, crazy. So the difference is minimal. So if you want to go with one or the other, I think you are safe. I'm going to go through these a little bit quicker. If you've been into makeup, you know that these two have been around since the time of makeup, I guess. Using them, not as often, however, I do like them. So I think I'm almost out of this one, so I don't want to give it away because it's almost empty. And this one is so tiny that I'm kind of gonna use it up, I think, eventually. So I'd rather just keep these two. This right here, I'm working through, as you can see. I love this one. This one though is for those days where I'm wearing sunscreen and a little bit of concealer. This is it. This Dior one, I have this one in the wrong shade, so I'm just trying to use it up because I'm not going to repurchase it since I have the House Labs and the Natasha Denona. However, I am going to keep it. So here are the two concealers that I'm decluttering. I know you're probably like, wow, you could have decluttered more. Actually, I have one more that I want to declutter. Hold on. So yes, I am going to declutter this one. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade G10. I like this, but I think I like my Rare Beauty more. And this is for, I don't know, I think this is, sorry, but I think this is for like 14-year-olds that are getting into makeup that just want nothing and have perfect under eye skin. This is not for those that have creases or lines or any of that because it just settles into those fine lines. I think maybe my niece will like this, but this is just not for me. Okay, I think I'm going to go a little bit quicker through these just because it's powder. So I have the Laura Mercier powder. I got a teeny one as a gift. I can't remember where or why, but these two are the same thing. I take this one when I'm traveling, and then this one I just use at home. That way I don't have to bring the whole giant one. This e.l.f. powder is a dupe of this Charlotte Tilbury. However, the reason I'm going to get rid of this one is because this is practically brand new. I don't know who would give this away, but I mean, I've definitely hit pan and I'm almost out of it. So I'm just going to keep this because it's almost empty, but I am going to give this one away. Okay, again, I'm going to go through this one fairly quickly. This is the Nude Sticks Nudie Matte in the shade Sunkissed. I have not used this enough, but I want to try it more before I decide to declutter it. So this is going to go in the keep trying and see if you still like it. And this is like holy grail. I will never not have this one. I have it in the shade Bright Side. I think this is one of their newer shades. I got this, I want to say last year, and I've definitely have been using it up. So this is going to be staying. And this one, I love this. I love Merit as a brand, but I don't think I've been using this enough just because I've been using the Rare Beauty over this one more. I still love this one. However, like I said, I just can't keep everything because I can't use it and then it's gonna go bad. I do think that my sister would love and enjoy this one, so I'm going to give this one away to her. This, you guys know how much I love. If you've seen my videos in the past, I love this bronzer. I don't know how close I am to hitting pan, but I'm definitely making a dent. This is huge, so it's gonna take me a while to use up, but I love this. It's the perfect undertone for bronzing and kind of contouring because it's not too warm. I cannot do a warm contour or bronzer. I just cannot. My skin is way too yellow that if I use anything that's a little bit too warm, it just looks orange on me, and this does not. So I'm keeping this one. And then this, my beloved House Labs. I bought this for the formula. So I'm, again, making a dent. This bronzer is one of those formulas that is powdery but creamy. It's like a weird hybrid where it doesn't feel like powder, but it also doesn't feel like cream. You can't really see it because of the lighting, but this is the kind of bronzers that I like, the kind that you put them on and they do not look like 5 shades deeper, because I do not like that kind of bronzing. I like it to be subtle to the point where you can't really see it, and this does that. So I'm gonna keep this one. And lastly, I have the Huda Beauty, what is it called? Tantour. I don't even think they make this anymore because I don't know if I've seen it on their website. This packs a punch. It looks a little bit warm in the camera, but trust me, it's not. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in the maybe pile. If I don't use it this month, I'm gonna declutter it, but for right now, I'm gonna keep it. This is probably what I'm gonna have the hardest time with because I love blushes. Blush is probably my favorite makeup step whenever I do apply makeup. I love it. I have so many, so I don't know. I don't know, guys. I may not be able to get rid of much. So this one I got not that long ago, and I got it because I wanted a reddy undertone. I do not have really much, or any that are actual red undertones. In the camera, it's pulling a little bit more orangey, but this is a red, warm, like orangey blush, and these are the blushes I go for. I do not like a cool toned blush, so this for me is the perfect orangey red. So this is fairly new, so I'm going to keep this one, of course. And then this Milani one, I like it, but I don't know if the color is too light for me, just because I do like my blush to be a little bit punchy. This is going to be in the, let's put it in the maybe pile, and we'll circle back. This right here, Anthony just got me. Again, he had some points that he got with his credit card. So he bought me this, and it's fairly new. It's more of that burnt orangey, like rosy toned blush. So I think I'm going to keep this one just because it was a gift. So I'm keeping that. And then let's see, this one. Okay, this one for sure can go, for the simple fact that it does pull a little bit more cool. And like I said, I just don't like those sort of undertones on me. My sister is more neutral, cool tone, and she has a lighter complexion than me. So I think this will work great for her. I do like this blush. It's not patchy, it's smooth. It has that punchy color that I like. So I think she will enjoy this one. So this is a giveaway. This is my House Labs blush. It's in Pomelo Peach. The color, I wish you guys could see it in person. The color is just beyond beautiful. So I'm going to be keeping this one. Not even a question. The Milani one, okay, I know it looks a little crusty, but I don't know. I do like this color. I like it more than the Milani, but again, the Milani one was powder, and this is cream. I know it looks questionable, but it's only because how the brush dips into it. But I think I'm gonna keep this one because I do like it. Then let's see. Oh, the Tower 28s. I love these blushes, but they are so dewy that sometimes my hair gets stuck to them, but I do love the colors. So I have this one in Golden Hour. It's a very peachy reddy undertone, so I'm going to be keeping this one. And then I do have another one in, what's this shade? Magic Hour. This one is definitely more of that brownie nude color. Oh, that looks disgusting. Sorry, but this is what my makeup looks like sometimes when I'm in a hurry. This is looking very brown in the camera, but in person, it's more of like a mauve-y pink. So I'm gonna keep this one. This e.l.f. one I bought in the fall, and I bought it because of the color. It is, what shade is this? Bali. I do like this color, but I think the container is so small that it's very hard for the brush to get in there. But I do think that maybe my sister could use this better. So I'm going to be getting rid of this one. Let's see here. I love the Rare Beauty ones. I've definitely hit pan on that one in like a weird way, but I'm going to be keeping this one. This is in the shade Nearly Apricot. This one, I don't even need to tell you guys. If you've been here before, you know I use this a lot. So I'm going to keep this one. This one's from Merit in the shade Beverly Hills. This I got in a little container thing from Ulta. I don't even know if it was free or if I bought it, but this is the perfect orange. It is like orange. This is not red. This is not red orange. This is orange. It's in the shade, I know it's in the shade Picante, but I don't know where the shade name is at. This I'm going to keep because this blush is the perfect orange. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Peachy Keen. This right here is one of my favorite blushes, so much that I was using this religiously every single day, and I had to tell myself that I could not use it until I used some of the other blushes. So this one was on timeout just so that I could use some of the other blushes, so I'm going to keep this one, of course. I got this one in Maryland, and I love this. I mean, there is just the way this blush applies. I know it's stupid to say, but I understand the price point. I understand why it's a little bit more expensive, because it does have a luxurious feel. And when I apply this, it's almost like I have the perfect internal blushy blush that it doesn't look like it's makeup. It looks like it's me, like it's my skin, like somebody made me blush. when it's on the skin, I don't know, it just, I love it. Can you kind of see? It doesn't look like makeup, it just looks like I have a blush. I got this blush and I have not used it that much, but this was going to be the perfect like fall-y winter shade. I used it a lot at the beginning, but then I just had other ones that I was using, but I do love it. So I need to get back into using this one. This is in the shade Dolce Darlin'. Love this color, so I'm going to be keeping it. Lastly, I have these two shades from Rare Beauty. I have them in Worth and Love. This is the newest one, but I think I have too many of this color now. These like orangey browns, so I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. I think this one's in matte and this one maybe is in dewy, but either way, I'm gonna get rid of the Love shade. So these are the blushes that I'm going to be keeping. I know it looks like a lot, but I love blush. So these 4 are powder. These 5 right here are like a cream, and then these right here are sticks. Well, with the exception of the liquid from the Rare Beauty, these are the ones that I'm keeping. And then as far as setting sprays, I have 2. So this one has sunscreen. This one's just your regular airbrush. This right here, I mean, that makes your makeup be one with who you are. It will make your makeup last, I mean, hours and hours. All of these do. However, this one is, because of the sunscreen, it makes your skin very, very dewy. This right here is just my holy grail. And this one, I'm going to give away to my sister just because I don't find myself using it that much. So I'm going to get rid of this one. I have 3 palettes right here. This I mostly got for this color. However, I ended up finding a shade in one of my palettes that I love, so I mean there's no reason for me to keep this whole little palette just for that color. So I'm gonna gift this one away. And this is beautiful, but again, I found one from the Ulta Beauty brand that gives the same effect, so I'm going to give this one away too. This is in the shade 04XOXO. And then this is the famous little quad from e.l.f. These colors are too light for me. It does have a matte, or 2 mattes and 3 shimmers. This I would never really wear because it's just so deep. And then these 2 are more toppers, but I already have these 2 shades in another palette, and this one is a little bit too light for me, so that's why I'm going to be getting rid of these 3. Here's a couple of random things that I'm going to declutter. This is a Kosas wet lip oil. I like it, but I have other lip glosses that I like better. And this is the Kosas Air Brow. It just, I don't know, it's nice, but it doesn't really hold a candle to my e.l.f. one. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh lipstick. It's not really a lipstick, it's more of a lip balm. Again, I have a lot of lip balms that are similar to this, so I think this one is also going to go. So these, I got sucked into the hype about powder puffs, but I mean, these are brand new and I bought them in a pack of 6 and I just have not used them, so I'm gonna give them to my sister, and then I'm gonna keep one just because I've already used it, so I don't really feel like giving that one away, but I'm gonna give these away too. Lastly, I'm gonna give these 2 sponges away. My sister is a sponge girly. I'm more of a brush person, but I know that she'll definitely get the use out of these just because I mean, this one's brand new and I don't think I use this one. So she can definitely use these. These brushes right here, I'm going to be giving them away to her for the simple fact that I have way too many brushes and they don't get used. So I'm going to be giving them away to her. I'm going to clean them first and then I'll give them to her. This one is a powder brush from Zoeva. Bronzer, blush, bronzer, powder, and just like a detailed brush. I have other brushes that I use more and these are just sitting there never getting used. So I thought, you know, they're beautiful, they're pretty, they work great, but they're just not getting used because I have other ones that I use more. So I'm going to be getting rid of these too. Okay, and here's all the makeup that I am going to be getting rid of. I mean, this looks like a lot and I still have more in my drawer. So as you can see, this makeup definitely needed to go if it wasn't being used, because it was just gonna sit in my drawer and go bad. So hopefully my sister enjoys all this. She literally has a full face right here. She has the face, concealers, bronzer, blushes, powder, setting spray, brushes, eyeshadows, puff powders, just like lip gloss, eyebrow. I mean, she has the whole thing. She literally can have a full face right here. And again, if she doesn't like any of them, she can give them to my niece or to her friends or just whoever. But I just feel better knowing that these are going to someone else's home, and hopefully they will get used. But that's it. Thank you for watching. That's it for this video. Again, thank you so much for watching it, and especially thank you if you watched the whole thing, because it really helps my videos out whenever they have like a longer watch time. But if you could also help me out by liking it, subscribing. But again, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for clicking on this video, and I hope to see you over on Instagram. But with all that said, I truly wish you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye!